guys, and welcome to another edition of Kaede Kisaragi looks over Big Bad Beetleborgs. This time, now that we have firmly established both heroes and villains of our story, clearly something new needs to be introduced to keep things interesting. What could it possibly be, you might ask? Well, follow me as we look over episode 3, TNT for 2. We open on the Magnivore trio doing something truly evil and terrifying, digging through the trash for something to eat. Apparently though, Chatterville's trash is too clean for them since the only thing they find interest in was a half-eaten hot dog. Seriously, who tosses away half a hot dog? And they teleport away to look for food elsewhere. At the comic shop, the kids are helping restock the shelves, which I imagine is something they do just because it's fun, but maybe Roland's dad lets them have freebies in exchange, who knows? When Vaughn and Trip show up, once again hitting on Heather and inviting her for ice cream. Before they can start some trouble with Joe standing up to them, Nano is quick to emphasize how every single person in the area already knows how the two dared their heroes to enter Hillhurst and then chickened out. Trip is naturally still denying it, but no one is buying it. Obviously, such treatment would only lead to a natural reaction, which is why, on the next scene, Trip and Vaughn are paying a demolition crew to destroy Hillhurst. Wait, what? First, how do these kids even have that much cash on them? Did their parents just casually give them thousands of dollars as allowance money? Second, how can two kids have the authority to call for the demolition of a property? Third, how do they think demolishing Hillhurst will help their reputation? You won't be calling us cowards anymore. See, we destroyed the house. Wow, you were that scared of it, huh? Further emphasizing how these two are out of depth, it only takes one mocking comment by Vaughn for the two guys to intimidate him and remind him that yes, these are adults with hammers. You don't wanna insult them. As the two guys begin to unload their cargo of explosives, Flobber spots them from the window and immediately summons forth the other monsters. Mums apparently just came out of the toilet. Fangula looks like he was chilling with Vanilla Ice. Also, bonus for the Blood Light he offers Flabber. Frankie asks what's going on, and Flabber explains how, despite not always seeing eye to eye with the monsters, they got an emergency and their house will be blown to pieces. This catches the monsters' attention. As Flabber tells the monsters to come closer so they can discuss the plan, he even invites the statue guy, saying he also counts as one of them. As the monsters cower together, Flabber says he'll go summon reinforcements by scaring the kids, making his face appear in some basketball card packs. Wonder what's tougher, his chin or the rubber on the basketball? The two demolition guys unveil their payload of TNT they intend to use to blow up the house. Say, I'm no expert on demolition, but old properties like this, can't they just bring in a bulldozer, a wrecking ball, something safer and likely less expensive than buying enough TNT to blow it all up? Before they can blow it up though, they realize that this old house might be carrying something of value, so they decide to break in first. This makes the monsters even more panicky. As they look on, scared, to the door as the two outside try to enter, they ask Flabber to come up with a plan. Flabber, naturally, offers the most obvious plan that he could suggest. Just scare the two guys away! You're monsters! As the kids bike their way to Hillhurst, they come across the Magnivore trio attacking a hot dog stand, still looking for food. Do they specifically prefer hot dogs? Why? Are they implying hot dogs are trash? Drew tells Roland to go ahead while he and Joe deal with the Magnivores. And this is where we get a proper introduction to how the kids activate their civilian powers. Roland snaps his fingers, biking at super speed towards the house. Drew, with a quick nod of his head and staring intently, makes a jar of gumballs float in the air. Joe, cracking her knuckles, waits for the Magnivores to slip and fall in the gumballs and just pushes a big light post on top of them. And the two proceed to leave. Say, didn't you two need to destroy the Magnivores to make them return to the comic book? You know, the thing Flabber told you last episode? Why don't you destroy them right now? As Abbott and Costello light here enter the house, the door closes behind, and Flabber messes with them by having the doorknobs stretch out when they try to open the door. Trapped inside, but still armed with their tools, the two are quickly scared by the statue, as the monsters begin showing up one at a time. Outside, Roland sees the door is locked and places his back down in this suspiciously blatant Chekhov gun manner before trying to ram the door in. But naturally, the door opens instead and he rams into a big cushion Flabber put for him. Flabber claims these have been very stressful times. Upstairs, we get an always lovely to watch Scooby-Dooby Doors chase sequence as the monsters chase the two demolition guys. Elsewhere, for no reason beyond reminding us they exist, Van and Trip are celebrating with pizza. Though we quickly learn Van isn't the brains of the outfit, since he doesn't even know what they are celebrating. The monsters finally scare the two guys away, but as they do so, we see that the Magnavore trio has followed the kids to the house and, seeing the TNT box, gladly try to eat them, assuming it is more hot dogs. One bite, however, blows their expectations. Also, what is Noxic's mouth made of? It managed to blow the TNT with little effort. Spotting the kids, however, the three swear they'll get back on them for earlier, proceeding to use Roland's comic book to summon the Magnavore jet fighters to attack the town. The kids all act confused, even though this has already happened last episode, and Flabber, rightly so, reminds the three how the portal remains open and they still need to defeat the Magnavores thanks to the mess he made out of their wish. But he does emphasize it was their wish, and this makes the kids realize they might be able to summon the Beetleborg attack vehicles as well. As the jets fly to bomb the general area of Hillhurst, we get to see this shot of where the house is situated and how there's practically nothing around in miles. Geez, for an old abandoned house it sure looks to be in very pristine location. The three summon their Beetlebonders and, with a shot that is eerily similar to VR Troopers, the kids are once again transformed, expressing some remaining disbelief that they're still able to transform. The Magnavores, however, now also know the kids are the Beetleborgs, which I'm sure will never be a problem, no sir. Drew uses his Beetlebonder to summon the Beetle Battle Base, which just casually exists outside of Hillhurst now, emerging from underground and carrying a suspicious logo for something called Beetle Fighter. It's almost like this is from some unrelated show, isn't it? The kids enter their respective AVs, instantly being aware of how to drive them as well. Plot contrivances. Ready for battle. Drew and Roland have land vehicles, while Joe has a flying one. Flabber, meanwhile, whisks the TNT away and sets fire to ignite it. Flabber, should we be concerned for your eagerness to play with bombs? After the kids destroy the jet fighters, in a sequence so quick I dare say they didn't even need to bother using, the Magnavore trio follows the fire Flabber set earlier, all the way to the TNT boxes. One kaplooey later and the trio are out for this episode. The kids and Flabber are happy at the house that the AVs worked out fine, but Fangula appears showing himself, well, hungry. The episode ends with the kids running away as Fangula chases them and Flabber just goes, oh well, here we go again. The ending credits shows the Hillhurst trio essentially playing hot potato with a lit bundle of TNT, passing it from one to the other until it ends with, wait a minute, who the fuck is this guy? That's our episode. So, what do we have to say about it? It isn't very good. For one, the episode barely focuses on the main characters and main villains, being mostly focused on the Hillhurst gang and their problem with the demolition crew, who are so pathetic I can't even believe the monsters would be frightened by two guys just because they had dynamite with them. The shtick with the humans being scared of the Hillhurst monsters is funny, sure, and I love Scooby-Dooby Doors sequences, but this is only your third episode! Second, if you ignore how last time was second part of episode 1. And you don't even really show the Beetleborgs fighting properly? You just give them the debut of their AVs and that's it? No Magnavore monsters? Beetleborgs, as we are seeing, will have a rough start compared to Power Rangers or VR Troopers. I know this show is supposed to appeal to little kids, but you're severely underplaying your main heroes, guys. Hard to feel excited for action and explosion when we get only 5% of your running time dedicated to showing that. Also, I found it extremely forced and unnecessary, the fact that the kids still didn't believe they were Beetleborgs and yet instinctively transformed into Beetleborgs. That's not consistent. If they don't believe they are still Beetleborgs, why would they believe they would be able to summon the Beetlebonders? And why did they have to be reminded again about having to destroy the monsters? The last episode ended with them learning that. Why do you have to repeat the same lesson again one episode later? This isn't Pokemon, people! Ash does learn something! Okay, I kinda lost my point there. Anyway, when we next return, the show will finally remember that it has bad guys with monsters at their beck and call. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. Leave a like, leave a comment. I love to reply to comments. And I'll see you guys next time for more Beetleborgs. But until then, bye bye!